Hello and welcome back to my round 4 Supercoach review. We did alright this week with a score of 2,211. We had one underperforming player from Fremantle, who kind of didn't help my week. But for coming top 1% with one very bad premium is not that bad. I think players like Daniel underperforming really helped me this week. But yeah, went up 16 in the ranks and I'm ranked 84th with 28 trades, which is a bit more than most people, I think, which is good. And I think I'll be able to do my first upgrade this week. But yeah, if we go over to the team, defense did what they usually do, most of them 90 plus, 100 plus. I think my defense is by far my most set line. Last defender I'm looking at, Mills, Houston are 2. I really like the look of. But yeah, Chapman's fine as a D6 for now if you can pump out 90s and 80s. But yeah, bench rookies not looking too good, but hopefully Highmore can break his way into the side because he's got what, 60k to make if he goes 70, and he was performing well. Cozzy, I'm not sure, but you never know. But yeah, defense looking really good. The midfield, Maka, amazing, high scorer in my team, and I loop told him, thank you. Clary with a 130 while getting tagged, that's nice. Zero at 105, just consistent, to be honest. He's gonna pump out, if my internet works, he's just gonna pump out. He could get up to a 110 average if he has a hot streak, but I think he's safe for a 105 average this year. And he should play all games. Andy Brayshaw, I traded Fife to him because I had a rank of 35, was at the time? And I wanted to maintain the rank, and I was scared that... I got a bit scared off by experts saying you should be out for 30 days, and... I'm usually biased towards Fife, but I tried to be as non-biased as possible, and it's killed me. I'm still... It's not terrible, but a 66 and a 48, and Fife went 133 today. So I've lost about 80 points on that trade. So that's unfortunate, but we live and we learn. Hopefully, he's got tagged both weeks, so Brayshaw should be fine. But it sucks that people are going to get him at 450k when he versus North. Or he's going to be in the 400s versus North at Optus, so that's going to be amazing trading for people next week. But anyway, we live and we learn. Golden 68, good rookie score, You can't get 130s every week from him, but consistent. Power 101, thank you. I nearly traded him via DPP to Tex, but he's restarted his cash gen, and it's just nice to see a ton from a rookie. Jordan 24, he has very, very bad time on ground. And if I could afford it, I would trade him this week. But with the trades I'm doing, I can't afford to trade Jordan. It just wouldn't be enough. Oh, I could, but not over some players. Berry 50, he's just going to pump out very consistent 50, 60. I thought maybe he would go good versus North, but he's just a tackling guy, not very good with the ball in his hands, but he gets the tackles. Hoping for a wet game for him, that would just make his tackles go up and a lot more stoppages, but Brockman, decent game for him if it loads. Don't know if it's going to. But yeah, what's his break even? He has a break even 28. That's not that great. But we saw last week that's what Rowe had. We'll get to Rowe later, but Rowe had a 34 and he got to 70. He's restarted his cash shell. But I am tempted to trade out Brockman this week. McNeil and Scott, just, not good. Scott's still got a negative break-even, so that's nice, but I wouldn't be surprised if both of these drops. And midfield bench generation is dead. Like, it is dead. These guys aren't going to get to, like... They're going to struggle to get to 250 or 260, where these guys are nearly already at it. So that's unfortunate, but, you know. Flynn out as a loop, that was nice. Gorn, 135, nice. He increased in value, you know. Good luck getting him if you didn't start him. Grundy, poor performance. He ran Mummy off his feet, but just the first 3/4, wasn't really nice. But, you know, Grundy should be like a 120 average. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting something off my desk. Dunkley, consistent. Yeah, honestly, could be a vice captain option if you really want to get a bit potty. I wouldn't. That's why I stuck with McRae. Because usually I'd suggest go with the pack for vice captaincies unless you have a really good feeling. Because I considered Dunks and Ridley as a VC, or even Grundy. Grundy was a bit more with the pack. But I stuck with McRae because he has a really good history against Ballarat and the Lions, and he provided. And I nearly didn't go with McRae. I said 135. I was very adamant on that. And lucky he got to 137, because if he didn't get to 135, I don't know if I didn't end up taking him, that would have been a shock, because I was going to captain Grundy. Anyway, forward line, Dunkley, get him in, 600k, he's killing you, 123 average, and yeah, he might stay at the Dogs now. He's got a bromance with Treloar, and I don't know, it's looking up. Dogs are 4-0. Zeeble looks like he could be a keeper if he stays uninjured, 400k, and he just pumps out good scores. Only time he went sub 100 was when he got injured, and it shows by his time on ground. But yeah, I think he could be a keeper. Same with Impey. Impey was heavily underscored in round 1, I think it was. But since then, he's tunned. Yeah, it was round 1. He's tunned every week. He could be a keeper as well. He looks good. Chad Warner even could be a keeper with how bad the forward line's being. Don't think he is, but he does look good. He looked pretty well in that Essendon game. Campbell, I'm actually trading this week, most likely. But yeah. Rowe had 9.5 time, but he come in with a 80, which was pretty nice from him. He's rebooted his cash gen a little bit. He has 2 negative break-evens for the next 2 weeks if he scores well. Hoping he can do. Did he kick a goal, or did he just play well? I can't remember. I remember I saw him a couple times. He did kick a goal. I don't remember. That was definitely in the second half because he had 9.5 time. But yeah. Hopefully he can just 40s at least. Because he's going to have to be a field option with the trades I'm doing. Unless the guy I'm talking about, Bergman, comes back in, which is looking likely because unfortunately Port have lost Butters and Durs. Butters has got that weird name injury, symbiosis or something like that. I might have butchered that. And he's going to be out for a bit. And Durs, he's messed up the ligaments in his knee, I think. They were scared of an ACL, but he didn't do an ACL. But yeah. So originally, if Butters wasn't injured, I think I think if Butters wasn't injured, I'd be doing Jordan to Butters and probably Rowe. Maybe not. I think this was just a spur of the moment thought, but you know, I did think, where is he? I did think of doing this, but obviously not going to do that because Butters is out for probably a month or so. Now, right now, these are the 2 trades I'm tossing up between. There's Campbell, and I think I can do Brockman. Now, one blunder I made is I was originally tossing up between Brayshaw and Walsh. I got sucked in by the Brayshaw fixture, unfortunately, and he hasn't panned out. But I think you're definitely going to hold Brayshaw. He's got Adelaide and he's got North Melbourne at Optus. So hopefully, and he's copped 2 tags. So he's going to be fine. He's going to be a very nice pickup for like 70k for the people. Now, Walsh didn't have the greatest game, but Walsh has very good endurance, as you see here. He usually plays like, I don't know what that equivalates to in time on ground, but he has endurance. I like Walsh. My only problem is mids. If we go to the mids, that's going to fill up another premium midfield slot. And 3 mids I'm very heavily eyeing is you want Jack Steele, but obviously with these trades, I'm not going to be able to get Jack Steele unless I trade like Golden, but I'm not going to trade Golden. He's got plenty of money to make. So you got Jack Steele as an option. Is this going to... Okay, hold on, let's go. It's got Jack Steele as an option. Jack Steele's a guy I definitely want. Another guy who I'd like is Bontempelli. Bontempelli usually has a good post-buy run. Fife is another one, but I think in the long run it might pay off. I'm just hoping Fife doesn't have one of those seasons where he wins the Brownlow like he did in 2019. And the thing I hate is round 3, 2019, Fife got a concussion and then played, I think it was every game onwards. Oh no, he missed 1 game and he just played every game onwards and he destroyed that season. And that's why I love him as a player. But anyway, enough with my Fife frothing. This is last year. This shows my bias. He had a 140 average. I brought him in here, 71, injured. Held him, 84, re-injures, and then I had to trade. So I don't want to trade in Fife again because the tendency to get injured and I can't do that to myself. Bontempelli is one, obviously. But that's 3 mids. Now, a mid who's severely underperforming is Lachie Neale with an 81 average. But we know what Lachie Neale could do. He was the #1 player last year, and he's suffering with back issues, I think it is. I can't stand seeing Lachie Neale, when he's fully fit, go 150. Like, this is obviously scaled, but he's a 120 kind of guy. I can't stand seeing that outside of my side. If I pick someone like a Walsh as a breakout. Mitchell's one as well, who's a bit of a pig, but the way he's scoring with his possessions is not the greatest, but still, like, you'd like to have Titch in your side. But anyway, the ones I'm looking at right now is Walsh, the endurance guy, hoping he can be like top 10, but that was my thoughts with Brayshaw, and he proved me very wrong. Now, another guy is Dustin Martin. In the midfield, it's obviously not a good pick, but obviously later on, you'll move him into the forward line. He's got a break-even of 146 and 110, and then he versus the Dogs. He has a very good history against the Bulldogs. History can sometimes twist your perspective of things, but obviously, it's Dustin Martin. I don't like counting out Dustin Martin. I counted him out versus Brayshaw, and he's only averaged like 86, and he's still outscoring Brayshaw. So Dusty, and I'll have to move him into the midfield, because obviously the rookie you want this week is... Where is he? Is Waterman. And that leaves me with 9k in the bank. I don't know if this lets me afford it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Can I do it this way? I don't think I can. I can trade McNeil over Brockman, just in case he gets dropped. But anyway, I'm going to trade Brock right now, because, yeah. Where's Martin? Martin has just... It's Dustin Martin, okay? It's really scary to count out Dustin Martin. And I don't like it. But either way, Martin is going to drop. He has a 146 break even, and Walsh has a 111. Martin, the best player in the competition, went 88 against Port, but he also cruises. So it really skews my view, because Port Adelaide mids, last year they were really good, at keeping scorers low, and he just kept Dusty to 88. But this year, they've been a bit off. They let 2 North players in LDU and Stevenson go 110 plus, and then when they got smashed, all the West Coast mids just destroyed them. So that just really boggles with my head. Now, having Dusty is just nice because eventually he's going to get back in my forward line, and he's a top 3 forward for sure. With Walsh, it's scary because he might not even be top 10 mid. He has to perform pretty well. And the idea, if we go to mids, let's have a look. I still need Steele. That's one I have to get. Bontempelli is one you should look at. Fife, if he comes back from an injury later on, or if he keeps playing, he's definitely one you should look at. Neil is one to look at. Titch is one to look at. Petrappa, whatever. He's gone terrible the first 3 weeks. Anyway, I'm rambling now. These are all players you'd like to have. And take... Oh, Josh... Anyway, he's not in a good role right now, but if he dips and gets that mid-roll back, you know, taking a flyer on Sam Walsh, it could make... It just... It's a risk that I don't know if it's worth it, because Dusty isn't really a risk, you know? He's going to be a top 3 forward. But Walsh could not be a top 10 mid. But if he is, at 554k, he averages 110, that is a very good pickup. Dusty isn't averaging 110, I'm sorry, that's just not happening. So it's really, do I take the flyer on Walsh and see where it takes me? Or do I go the safe pick and go Dusty? That's where my head's at. I'm not sure yet. Dusty, it's hard to tell because he could cruise or he could go 140, 120, 110. It's just hard to tell. And Walsh just had his worst game, Supercoach scoring wise. So anyway, that's my thought process. Let me just do Dusty for now. I had Walsh in before, but I've just thinking about it, you know, Dusty is a scary human to go against. But anyway, that's what I've got right now. Eventually you probably want to trade Rowe and maybe upgrade someone like, depending how Goulden keeps going. Sorry, I'm really bad with names, and this is getting a long video. But anyway, depending on how Goulden goes, you know, you could do them. If you're looking for someone cheap, you could get a Brayshaw, which I paid full price for. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling a lot. But anyway, that's my trades for the week, I think. Let's just have a look at some players that are getting traded out. But yeah, that's my thought process right now. It might change throughout the week. So let's have a look at traded out and just go. Caleb Daniel is one you definitely get rid of. I'll just do a quick breeze through this because I might do a video on this. Cozzy, you could hold. Campbell, I'm getting rid of, but if he has a good score, it could really bite me. Isaac, broken hand, but you know, it depends how bad it is. Dow is train wreck. What did he score? 41, that hurts. If you started Dow over Impy, I'm really sorry. Zach Butters, he's probably out for 2, 3, 4 weeks. I don't know how bad it is. I think it might be a month though. Danaher. Why are people trading Danaher? Shit score? 34. What's his break even? 47. He plays his old side. Could hold. Erasio, Degoe, Neil. I might go more into these guys in a video because this is getting 20 minutes. Waterman, bring in. Jones, wait a week. CJ, you could. Ridley, get in. Impy, get in. Chapman, get in. You know, these guys are just people you should get in. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm going to cut this off at 20 minutes because I'm sick of my rambling. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate all the likes and comments and interacting with some of you. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.